Right, sir. Brigade Biju, Association of Vice President. വീട്ടുണ്ടാവുന്നതാണ്.
നേരത്തെ അറിയാം.
Esteemed brother and sister judges, learned Advocate General, Additional Advocates General, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Chairman, Bar Council of India, President of the Kerala High Court Senior Advocates Association, President in charge of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, President of the Kerala Federation of Women's Lawyers Association, respected senior advocates, members of the bar, officers, and staff of the registry, family members of Honorable Justice S.Sankarasubban, ladies and gentlemen. On 5th May 2023, Mr. Justice S.Sankarasubban, a former judge of this court, left us for a heavenly abode, and all of us, together with the family of late Justice S.Sankarasubban, have assembled to mourn the demise and pay homage to late Justice S.Sankarasubban. On 24th May 1944, Justice Sankarasubban was born into an illustrious family at Karmana in Thiruvananthapuram district. His ancestors were outstanding personalities. Two of his uncles, Justice T.S. Krishnamurthy Iyer and Justice S. Padmanabhan, were judges of this court and Madras High Court respectively. Late S.Sankarasubban Iyer, his grandfather, was a judge of outstanding merit in the Travancore High Court. Sri S.Sankarasubban Iyer's grandfather, Sri Sesh Iyer, was an eminent personality in public life and held the office of Diwan of Travancore. Late Justice S.Sankarasubban, in no measure, is behind any of his illustrious family members. Justice S.Sankarasubban pursued the legal profession both as the best choice and with a strong desire. Thus, he continued the legacy of his uncles and grandfather. On enrollment as advocate in 1968, he commenced the tutelage under late Sri N. Shankar Iyer, a government pleader and public prosecutor at Thiruvananthapuram. In 1972, Justice S.Sankarasubban shifted his practice to Ernakulam and worked for nearly 12 years with the late Sri S. Narayanan Poti, the Advocate General of the state of Kerala. Justice S.Sankarasubban specialized in civil and constitutional laws, two essential litigation streams in any high court. He was the standing counsel for the KSRTC, Trivandrum Rubber Works, Indian Overseas Bank, and other public and private undertakings. On 17th January 1996, after practicing as a lawyer for more than 28 years, he was appointed Judge of the Kerala High Court. Sitting on the Devaswam bench for a considerable period, Justice S.Sankarasubban had passed several orders which enabled the Devaswam authorities to lend a helping hand to the numerous devotees visiting Sabarimala temple on pilgrimage every year. To a certain extent, he could set right the administration of various other Devaswams. Justice S.Sankarasubban, after 10.5 years of service as a judge of this court, on 24th May 2006, demitted the office on attaining the age of superannuation. Justice S.Sankarasubban, with practical insight, decided disputes and with enthusiasm enforced and protected the rights of the litigant public. I have come across many reported judgments of Justice S.Sankarasubban bearing testimony to the simplicity of expression and clarity of conclusions, together with jurisprudential guidance to the next generation of lawyers. In an era of getting data at the click of a button, I prefer not to advert to the remarkable judgments of Justice S.Sankarasubban rendered in this court. We maintain the solemnity of bereavement and know the burden of paying homage to a beloved judge of this court. From a realistic view, it can be noted, death is one of the few things that can be done just as quickly as lying down. A thought broods the mind and the mature souls desire to perform it. A few are blessed. Late Sankarasubban is one among them. Late Justice Sankarasubban, in his inimitable style has shredded the mortal remains for an eternal journey. Providence released late Justice S.Sankarasubban from the bondage of death, just as a ripened cucumber is removed from its stalk, granting immortality to his name and deeds. A man is judged upon death for his kindness, positivity, and humanism. The enquiries I received from several unexpected quarters on the assistance given by the High Court to the family members of late Justice S.Sankarasubban in Himachal Pradesh speak of the love and affection of multitude of individuals. He was known to conclude a case fast, but arrive at a correct conclusion. Till he breathed, it appears he practiced the habit. He lived happily and passed away peacefully. I am informed that Justice S.Sankarasubban was calm, composed, mature, and reasoned. He was a good host and also a keen listener. His contribution on the administrative side, by being part of various committees, is worth remembering and emulating. Justice S.Sankarasubban is survived by two sons, Mr. S. Shankar Rajesh and Mr. Mahesh Sahasranaman, a lawyer. Along with the bereaved family members, we mourn the sad demise of Justice S. Sankarasubban. May his soul rest in peace.
Honorable the Acting Chief Justice of the High Court of Kerala, Justice Sarasa Venkatanarayana Bhatti, the Honorable Judges of the High Court of Kerala, the Vice President of the High Court Advocates Association, Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala, the President Kerala High Court Senior Advocates Association, the President Federation of Women Lawyers Kerala High Court Unit, law officers of the state, Deputy Solicitor General, Senior Standing Counsel Taxes and other law officers of the central government, senior advocates, esteemed fellow members of the bar, members of the family of late Justice S.Sankarasubban, Registrar General, Registrars and staff of the High Court, staff of the Advocate General's Office, advocates, clerks, ladies and gentlemen. It is said the goal is not to live forever. The goal is to create something that will live forever. Today, we have gathered here to condole the sad demise of late Justice S.Sankarasubban, who left us for his heavenly abode on 6th May 2023, but will continue to live among us through his Lordship's numerous deftly created judgments in multifarious fields of law, rendered over a decade of judgeship of this Honorable High Court. Justice S.Sankarasubban was born 79 years ago on 24th May 1944 at Karamana in Thiruvananthapuram into an illustrious family of administrators of the erstwhile royal regime, as well as eminent jurists and lawyers, as the son of late Sri T.S. Shankar and late Srimati Ponnammal. His Lordship's paternal great-grandfather, late S. Sankarasubban, was a member of the Srimulam Popular Assembly, the then Travancore Legislative Assembly, later the Divan of the Princely State of Travancore from 1892 to 1898, and subsequently a non-official member of the Legislative Council of the then British Indian province of Madras. His paternal grandfather, late Justice K. Sankarasubban, was a judge of the erstwhile Travancore High Court. His paternal uncles, Justice T.S. Krishnamurthy Iyer and Justice retired S. Palpanathan, were respectively judges of this Honorable High Court and Madras High Court. Reportedly, it was his Lordship's father who impressed upon him to choose law as a career. Late Justice S.Sankarasubban started practice as an advocate at the courts at the District Court Center, Thiruvananthapuram in 1968 under the tutelage of Advocate N. Shankaraya, a doyen of the Thiruvananthapuram bar, who was then a public prosecutor and government pleader. His Lordship assimilated the basic tenets of law of practice during his years at Thiruvananthapuram with Advocate N. Shankaraya. At Thiruvananthapuram, his Lordship worked more on the civil side. Whoever is equally industrious will succeed equally well. Industrious as his lordship was, his lordship soon gained appreciative attention of the experienced senior members of the Thiruvananthapuram bar and the inquisitive clientele therein for his lordship's skillful conduct of cases with enterprise. His lordship wanted to expand his horizons in order to reach his full potential as a lawyer. In 1972, his lordship shifted his practice to his honorable court as a junior associate to late senior advocate S.Narayanam Potti, a celebrated lawyer of consummate caliber and standing, who later became the Advocate General of the state. His lordship soon became a lawyer of repute, handling civil and constitutional matters before this honorable court. In 1984, his lordship set up independent office. His lordship was the standing counsel for the public sector undertakings and nationalized banks, including the Kerala State Road Transport Corporation, Trivandrum Rubber Works, and Indian Overseas Bank. I remember his lordship as a crafty lawyer in the courtrooms, successfully dissecting complicated legal issues, and as a jestful friend in the court corridors. The following words of one of the legal wizards that this honorable court had ever seen, that of late senior advocate S. Narayanam Potti, as the Advocate General of the state, on the occasion of the full court reference in relation to the swearing-in ceremony of his lordship as a judge of this honorable court, stands as a towering testimony to the legal acumen of his lordship as a lawyer. I quote, "I am greatly indebted to him for the assistance he gave me during the time he worked with me. He is thorough in civil and constitutional law. I had occasion myself to consult him on several legal questions on which I felt doubts. It's only in the fitting of the things that his merits were recognized and he is elevated to the bench." Unquote. His lordship was deservingly elevated as a judge of this court on 14/1/1996. His lordship's almost 2.5 decades of experience as a lawyer of excellence and thorough grasp his lordship had acquired over the nuances of law helped his lordship in good stead to dispense quality justice swiftly and at ease. His lordship unwaveringly listened to the arguments of either side and in judgments vigilantly considered all points addressed at the bar. His lordship's proclivity to talk in lighter vein always contributed in easing out tense situations in courtrooms, which occasionally arose out of heated arguments by the opposing counsel. Regardless of the outcome of the list presented before the court, no lawyer went out of his lordship's court with a heavy heart or with the dissatisfaction of having not got sufficient opportunity to satisfactorily present his case. His lordship, mindful of the struggles that he underwent in his initial days of practice, always cared to promote the junior members of the bar. His lordship had occasion to preside over the Devasam bench for a considerable period and in an unparalleled manner contributed to the development of law regarding Hindu religious institutions. The nearly 600 judgments, laying down hitherto undecided questions of law, were rendered by his lordship or the benches of which his lordship was a part stand as a proof for his lordship's judicial enterprise. That the physical discomfort which afflicted his lordship during the fag end of his lordship's career did not deter him from continuing with justice dispensation to the utmost satisfaction of everyone concerned exemplifies his lordship's resolute character. His lordship's wife, late Srimati Rajalakshmi, predeceased him. His lordship is survived by his son S.Sankarasubban, an engineer in the United States of America, and Advocate Mahesh Sahasraraman practicing in the Supreme Court, and daughters-in-law Srimati Preeti and Srimati Deepa Kamakshi. I share the grief of the family over his lordship's bereavement. I express and place on record a deep sense of gratitude for his lordship's contribution to the judiciary and extend my deepest condolences for the loss. I pay my respectful homage to the departed soul. May his lordship's soul rest in peace.
Honorable Mr. Justice S.V. Bhatti, Acting Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala. Honorable Judges of High Court of Kerala, Advocate General Sri K. Gopalakrishna Kurup, Additional Advocate General Sri K.P. Jayachandran and Sri Ashokam Cherian, Deputy Solicitor General of India for High Court of Kerala Sri S. Manu, Director General of Prosecution Sri T.A. Shaji, Additional Director General of Prosecution Sri Gracious Kuriakos, State Attorney Sri N. Manoj Kumar, Senior Advocates Association President Sri N. Sugunabalan, Senior Central Government Standing Counsel for Taxes, Senior Advocate Sri P.K. Ravindranatha Menon, Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala Sri K.N. Anil Kumar, Secretary of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association Sri T. Naveen, Srimati P.K. Shantamma, President of the Kerala Federation of Women Lawyers, respected senior lawyers, esteemed members of the bar, Sri Mahesh Sahasranaman, son of late Sri Justice S.Sankarasubban, Registrar General and Registrars of Kerala High Court, law officers of the state and central government, staff of this court, advocate clerks, and my dear friends. Today, we bear witness to one of the sorrowful moments as we gather to honor the life of Honorable Justice S.Sankarasubban, who departed for his eternal journey on 5th May 2023. Justice S.Sankarasubban was born to late Sri T.S. Shankar and Ponnammal on 23rd May 1944 at Thiruvananthapuram. He graduated in law and started practice at Thiruvananthapuram in the year 1968, along with the renowned lawyer and later government leader Sri N. Shankara. In the year 1972, he transitioned his practice to this honorable court under the guidance of legendary Sri S. Narayanan Poti, who later became the Advocate General of Kerala. As a lawyer, Sri Sankarasubban acquired rich and varied experience. He had deep and thorough knowledge in civil laws and Devasam Board matters, which later armed him to excel as a popular, erudite, and eminent judge of this honorable court. He retired from service on May 22, 2006. Born to a family with a rich lineage of distinguished judges like Justice T.S. Krishnamurthy and Justice S. Padmanabhan, former judge of this honorable court and Madras High Court respectively, Justice S. Sankarasubban seamlessly immersed himself into an illustrious realm of judicial career. He stood out from other lawyers and judges in terms of wisdom, legal acumen, and compassion. He was a man of great character whose simplicity on and off the bench is admirably cherished by the legal fraternity even years after his retirement. Justice S. Sankarasubban's exceptional and profound knowledge of fundamental law was remarkable. This bestowed him with an impressive ability to make effortless decisions across various branches of jurisprudence. He had a sublime capacity to grasp complex matters with ease. His unwavering patience during court hearings set him apart as a compassionate and supportive mentor to junior lawyers. Justice S. Sankarasubban recognized the importance of legal profession's existence and generously contributed to its sustenance, always lending a helping hand for the growth and survival of lawyers. Despite facing challenging physical discomfort, he remained a pillar of composure, radiating pleasantness and patience from the bench. His unwavering commitment to admirably discharge judicial functions was an inspiration to all. Justice S. Sankarasubban's constructive and progressive approach left an indelible mark, serving as a beacon of guidance for generations to come. His pragmatic handling of Devasam matters rendered judgments that still serve as a mainstay of the jurisdiction. His legacy as a jurist of immense compassion will forever shine brightly in the minds of legal fraternity. Justice S. Sankarasubban is survived by his son S. Shankar Rajesh and Advocate Mahesh Sahasranaman, who is a practicing lawyer in the Honorable Supreme Court of India. It is with deep sorrow that we offer our condolences to the family members of Justice S. Sankarasubban. The loss of a loved one is never easy. Our thoughts and prayers are with them during these tiring times. We extend our deepest sympathies and support to the family and loved ones. May I take this opportunity to request your Lordship to direct the registry of this court to convey our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family. May his soul find eternal peace at the feet of Lord Almighty. Thank you.
As a mark of respect to the departed soul, we shall now stand in silence for 2 minutes. The registry shall place on record and also convey the condolence message of the bar and the bench to the members of the bereaved family. The judicial work of the High Court shall stand suspended till 11 a.m. today.